Okay, Alan's gonna play. I'm gonna come back afterwards. We'll take some questions from guys off stage and me. Alan, the stage is all yours, baby.
Thank you, Tom. Last night, that was unforgettable for me. Tom did not include anything from your most favorite Home on the Range. Any of you actually remember Home on the Range? Oh, I should have included something. Okay, well, you sang for me last night, so I'll sing for you now, okay?
Hey!
see him dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them? Oh, feet. Flipping your feet, you don't get too far. Legs are required for jumping, dancing, strolling along down. What's that one again? Street. Up where they walk, up where they run, up where they stay all day in the sun, wandering free. Wish I could be part of that world. Bless my soul, her was on the roll. Her said I would do it every week, I make it roll. What a pro, her was on the show. More than that, I'll say it, walking his solo. He was a no one, zero, now he's a hot show. He's a hero, it was a good way, 'cause I'm that black. Still the hero, no time flat. Still the hero, just like that. Safe behind these windows and these parapets of stone, gazing at the people down below me. All my life I watched them as I hide below, hungry for the histories they show me. All my life I memorized their faces, knowing them as they will never know me. All my life I wonder how it feels to pass a day, not above them, but part of them. And now they're living in
Actually, the sing-along was my favorite part of the whole
It was
thing.
great.
You found a great backing
I
part.
love it.
Okay, Alan, let's talk a little bit about background of you, just so everybody knows, because you weren't hatched Alan Menken genius. Where'd you grow up?
I was born in New York City, in Manhattan, and I grew up in New Rochelle, New York.
New Rochelle.
New Rochelle.
Yeah, big famous.
New Rochelle. That's the place where the mansion will be from.
Yeah, New Rochelle also was the home of Rob Petrie. I remember that.
That's right, from
That's only for the eligible.
way before their time.
Great. Piano, did you play any other instruments?
I studied violin, and I played guitar, but mostly piano.
And did you go to music school?
No. I had private lessons when I was a kid, hated to practice.
You hated to practice?
I hated to practice. I would learn the beginning of a piece and then I would fake it, which is probably how I ended up as a composer. And then I went to NYU, and they had they had a music program there, but I actually went there as a pre-med.
You went pre-med?
Well, I thought I'd be a dentist like all the other men in my family.
So your dad is a dentist. Your dad's a dentist, right?
My dad is a dentist. Yes, he is.
Now, did your dad mind that you wrote a song about an evil dentist for Little Shop?
Well, this is where the story goes. Should I tell the story? When I was running Little Shop of Horrors, we had to find a way for Seymour to do that first murder. And I knew about nitrous oxide because my dad was president of the New York chapter of the American Analgesia Society, a society of dentists that actually promote the use of nitrous oxide as safe. But I thought, wouldn't it be funny if a dentist laughed himself to death on nitrous oxide? So I don't think, at first my parents did not think it was very funny. But they grew to enjoy the humor.
The thing about, when I think about Little Shop, of course I think about your writing partner, Howard Ashman.
Great.
And I think we just heard all these gorgeous songs in the medley, really. And when I look at this list, and there's many, many more collaborators, but I look at Howard Ashman, Tim Rice, who we worked together, but separately has done Evita, Joseph in The Amazing Technicolor Dreamcoat, Jesus Christ Superstar, The Lion King with me, Stephen Schwartz, you all know Stephen, of course. Lynn Ahrens, who wrote Once on This Island and Ragtime. And David Zippel, who I worked with on Mulan, and you did Hercules.
And he won the Tony for City of Angels.
And you won the Tony for City of Angels. So you've had a lot of different writing partners.
Yes, I have.
What is that like?
It's great. It's for me, it gives me a variety of different. As I said last night, musical theater is all about collaboration. It's all about different people work. You work with this director, you work with this choreographer, and it's the combination of talents that makes it exciting and interesting.
Is it lonely to be a writer?
I find it so not lonely. I find that, to me, it's like having my friends over. Come on over, The hardest thing about writing a song really is picking the moment. That's the hardest thing. Writing it is not that hard, but what is exactly the right moment? What character sings it? How are we going to tell this story through songs? What style of music is this going to be? What's the tone of this song? Is there a kind of song which reminds us of? All those things you whittle, and then you start writing.
Well, I'm going to bring up Jack Morgan, come on up. Jack is going to ask you a question that you're not going to answer. Jack, where are you from?
Morristown, New Jersey.
Crazy Jack, I want you to ask the question that Alan's not going to answer.
Who was or is your favorite writing partner?
How could I possibly? Well, actually, I can't answer it. I take it back because everyone will understand. Howard
Ashman. You can run along with it. full set of Alan Menken musical CDs. Surprise! Go on now, we'll get that afterwards. Okay, talk about Howard.
Yeah.
Who goes first? When you and Howard were writing Mermaid, who went first?
Well, Howard was, of all the
Would
colors,
Howard have loved being here?
oh God, Howard would have loved to meet you guys. I can't tell you how much it would have meant to him to be here. And I feel Howard every day in my life. I really do. But Howard was, I learned a lot from him. He was very much, he was a book writer, lyricist, and director. And that was a pretty strong combination. He also had a theater. It was called the WPA Theater. It's where we first developed God Bless You, Mr. Rosewater, Blue Shop of Horrors. Howard was the executive producer as well as writer and lyricist on Little Mermaid. And Howard, I mean, if he wanted music first, he would ask for music first.
Would Howard sometimes say, give me a tune like?
Yes, he would. Howard would even bring in records and say, oh, here's a song by the Shirelles. You should do a song for the Urchins like this. And kind of get a style and a feel.
Would he give you a completed lyric?
Sometimes he would give me part of the lyric. I mean, really the way it worked with Howard is the way it worked with all my collaborators, which is we simply get in the process together, figure out what we want to write, and then it's a matter of the personalities. Howard happened to be a very, very driven personality and a wonderful, wonderful person.
So if a lyricist is more laid back, you push harder yourself?
Oh yeah, mop up the floor with him.
I want to talk about
Kid, that was like the best thing.
because so many composers, when you listen to their work, you sort of instantly know it's them. And the only barometer I have to instantly know it's you is the caliber of song, not what the song sounds like. And so let's just play with this idea for a minute. I want to talk about motifs, because there's that one that goes through Little Mermaid. What does water sound like? And what made you think about that? Does that feel like water to you?
Yeah, it's simply a flowing figure, and it moves, and yes, exactly. It felt like the ocean.
I want to try something you and I have never done before, because as you know, Alan is of course this remarkable songwriter, but Alan also is a film composer for underscore, what's happening behind the action, what moves us forward on transitions. All that music is also Alan, for which you won a number of Oscars. I'm going to say a word, and I want you to musicalize the word.
Yes. Yes.
This is a total surprise.
Let's start easy. Play Cold for me. Hot. Okay, play funny. Okay, hit me with sad, baby. Can you give me joy? How about danger? Okay, and then finally, I want to hear freedom. I'm gonna do this game every time. Annie Kreitz, can you come on out? Is it here? Okay. No. Annie didn't turn up.
She's not here.
She's gone to the bathroom. It always happens. Tiffany Flaherty.
All right.
Tiffany, where are you from?
Jones Playhouse in Maryland.
Maryland. What do you want to ask Alan?
Okay, I was just cast as Audrey 2 in Little Shop of Horrors. What advice do you have to somebody who is just cast as a different gender than what they are?
Go with it. You know, I just sang, look at this thing, the girl who is everything. You know, as creative artists, we become whatever it is we need to become. And, you know, just think about who Audrey 2 is and who Audrey 2 needs to be.
Very good. Thank you. Okay, when we just played the little game of I Say a Word, do you write in your head at all, or does it only come if you sit at the piano? Like, do you hum a tune in the shower?
You know, it's more a musical world that will occur to me to be appropriate, and then I will, yes, my system is sort of trained for it to come at the piano. And again, I try to define so many elements and then start playing, and what happens is I start playing and go, no, no, and it happens very instantaneously, and I go, oh, maybe. And when I get that maybe.
And is it your hands just start, I mean, are your hands leading you where your brain wouldn't go?
Well, I think it's my gut that kind of just goes to that place. I don't know, you know, it's one of those things you don't want to think about too much. But you do want to be very much like an actor. You want to be in the moment. You want to have all the information you need to write. And then I love having my collaborator in the room, because my collaborator is going to be my editor. I might write something and he goes, that was too easy for you. I don't know that.
And is it different to collaborate with someone like Stephen Schwartz, who also writes music, versus, say, Jack Feldman, with whom you, well, Jack plays too, though.
They're all, yes, actually, many of them. They're all different personalities. Stephen has a tendency, if I start playing and I make a mistake, he'll go, oh, I like that mistake. I go, okay.
Stephen likes your mistakes?
And then I'll make the mistake into a song. Yeah. Probably just trying to trip me up, you know.
Yeah, you're probably trying to trip you up. You know, I want to talk about, again, more this idea of the range of your music. Because, just play a little, it's just the motif of the drive of Little Shop for a second.
You mean the song itself?
Yeah. And so you build a little on that. And I'm talking about this idea of, is there any way a song from Little Shop could have been in Pocahontas? Right?
No.
Is there...
And in fact, people talk about composers having a trunk. I have no trunk. I have songs, but I never reach into a trunk.
So you've never taken a song from one show and moved it to the other?
Never. I just don't do that. To me, every show has its own DNA, and it would be like a transplant.
Let's talk about song types for a minute. Because there's certain, you talked about earlier, you said that the most important part is where the song goes. That's like, what's the job of the song?
Right.
Can you talk about, and Howard talked a lot about this, the I Want song?
Sure. I mean, in every musical, there are prototypical moments, as you all know. There's an opening number, and the opening number needs to tell you what is this evening in the theater going to be, how the song is going to function, what's the style going to be. But there's a moment, usually about a third of the way into Act 1, when your central character needs to basically open his or her heart and say, there's this thing I want, and I want it so badly. And that has to be the thing that during the story is just blocked. And he or she has to spend the show working to get to that thing, as we all have to work to get to goals in our lives. But that's sort of the I want.
So aerial.
So, Audrey's was, I know Seymour's the greatest, but I'm dating a semi-sadist. And she sings Somewhere That's Green,
How does that go again?
A matchbox alone, a fence of real chain link, a grill out on the patio, this rolls all in the sink, a washer in the dryer. is I wanna be where you belong. I wanna see you dancing.
What about Aladdin?
Aladdin actually reconstructed that priest moment of One Jump Ahead. Riff raff, street raff, I won't buy that. If only they were closer, would they see a poor boy nursery? They find out there's so much more to me. We love you! How your boy would have been had we kept it in.
What is Proud of Your Boy again? How does it go?
Proud of you, boy, from the Latin. Make you proud of you, boy. Believe me, bad as I've been, Mom, you're in for a pleasant surprise. I've wasted time, I've wasted me. So say I'm slow for my age, a late bloomer, okay, I agree. That I've been one rotten kid. Some sun, some pride, and some joy. But I'll get over these laughs and I'm messing up, screwing up times. You'll see by now comes the better part. Someone's gonna make good crosses to make good and finally make you proud of your boy. And we got into the show of a lot that we did in Seattle.
And so an I Want song doesn't have to say, I want.
Oh, a one song has to let you in to what the journey of the central character is. And really what drives that character. Now, there are no hard and fast rules. Not every musical has an I Want. When you think about Pocahontas, I mean, I guess you say she really wanted to be a free spirit. But that, that's just around the river.
And when people say, oh, that's a charm song, what do you mean? What's a charm song?
Charm song is a song that has rhythm to it, has rhythm to it, is celebratory, is infectious, and is fun.
What's your best charm song? Oh God, I don't know.
I mean, if you look at Little Shop there, Schnick and Son, that's that. A perfect charm song would be,
Oh, now it's going to be a request. I'm going to ask you for Melancholy Baby. What would you put Somebody's Got Your Back?
oh, Somebody's Got Your Back. It's definitely a charm song.
That's from Aladdin.
Yeah, the lyrics. You're killing me here. What's the lyrics? I free you, you free me. Wait, wrong key. I free you, you free me. Say, ain't it great to know that somebody's got your back? Now you know that happy. Even there, ollie, I'm so free. Say, ain't it great to know that somebody's got your back?
But when people say a production number, obviously well,
it could be, that's gonna be some production.
That's a production.
Or
What do you have to do for a production?
yeah, I guess, or Skid Row is a production number.
Yeah.
Alarm goes off at 7 and you start uptown. You go downtown where the folks are known. You go downtown. Okay. Next. Okay, go ahead.
I want to bring on two more of our guests.
Please.
I need at the same time, I need Sheridan Merrick, who may have the best name in the world, and Bradley Dunn. Sheridan and Bradley together. Bradley, together. This would be Sheridan. That's Bradley. Sheridan, where are you from?
I'm from Baltimore.
Bradley, where are you from? Georgia and Baltimore. Now, Bradley, you go first. You're gonna hold the microphone because I can't reach that far. Ask your question, and Shirley's gonna ask her. You're both gonna ask your question before you answer.
Mine was, what was the hardest song you've ever composed?
My question is, what piece of music or musical that you've written has the most sentimental value to you?
And now you both get to go. You get your gift back when you go backstage. Thanks, guys.
Believe it or not, I would kind of give the same answer to both of those.
I thought that was coming.
Yes, it would. I think it would be Beauty and the Beast. It was hard because it was the first time Howard and I had been given the assignment to write a song that could be a chart hit. And it just was different. That kind of simplicity was very hard to come by, and we spent hours just going.
Were you thinking about writing a radio hit at the same time? It was a story. So you had the job of a radio hit and Mrs. Potts.
Yeah. And I found a tape in which we went on, once it went on for an hour, hour and a half, just idea after idea after idea, and Howard going, no. And then we finally found the right thing.
And was it controversial because we're both close to Angela Lansbury? But here's your big radio song, but it's in the movie sung by a sweet, sweet old lady. Did that make you nervous at all?
No, it didn't make me nervous, but what was interesting, of course, was when I wrote the song, initially, Howard and I did two demos. Did my demo, which was more, tale as old as time. And Howard did, tale as old as time. Much more character. And they inadvertently, I guess, gave Angela my demo. And Angela actually turned down the project.
Because she thought she couldn't do it?
When she thought, I'm the wrong person for this. And I said, which demo did you give her? I said, well, I give her yours, of course. I said, no, give her Howard's. And when she heard Howard, she said, oh, I get it. But it was a wonderful experience hearing the single of Beauty and the Beast after we did the song for the movie. They're very different things. It was wonderful. And now, as far as sentimental, there's no doubt about it. The loss of that collaboration was very emotional for me. And I still remember, getting to the end of that movie and having that dedication to Howard. It still choked me up.
You've worked both in film. We've worked together in film and we've worked together on stage. What's the biggest difference for you in working on a film versus working on a stage piece? And then we'll come back to when we've adapted that.
Well, structurally there is not a big difference at all. You have to write a song that moves the story forward. You have to have a vocabulary that the audience understands and goes, oh, I get it. You get why you're telling the story in this way. The main difference, obviously, there's less songs in a movie, but these enormous, beautiful orchestras, so you have that to it. And of course, the biggest difference is you're lacking one collaborator, which is the audience. In a musical, when you take, as you know, we all know, we put the musical into previews, and the audience reacts, and then we say, okay, that moment is not really working, and we basically use the audience as a collaborator to write our musicals and constantly developing them.
Sometimes songs get cut, and everyone here, you're in a show and you do a bit of business, and they say, oh, we're going to cut that, or there's a dance we're going to cut. You've written some things that are gorgeous that get cut. Like what's this one?
All right, there was a song for Hercules. I honestly didn't know I'd be doing this, so I'm going to be forgetting lyrics.
You can go la la la, because the lyricist is here.
They think too much of me here, and they're glad to tell it to my face. And they're right, I'm not supposed to be here. I'm completely out of place. Somehow there has got to be a reason. Evenings as I try to think it through, there's a bolt from the blue, and I see my shooting star dart across the twilight sky, while the other stars are standing still. He's on a quest. Every night this shooting star darts across the twilight sky, because he knows he doesn't quite fit in, and he's longing to know why. It was a beautiful song. Problem was, isn't that beautiful? It was a little static dramatically, because it was really just kind of him looking at the stars, and there wasn't any place for it to go. And also, it lacked that muscularity that we wanted to get out of Hercules. So it was, you know, sometimes you just throw out a song.
And there's a beautiful song that, again, sadly, I remember these screenings so well that you chucked out of Pocahontas.
It's a love song between John Smith and Pocahontas. If I never knew you, if I never felt this love, I would have no inkling of how precious life could be. And if I never held you, I would never have a clue how at last I find in you the missing part of me. In this world so full of fear, full of rage and lies, I can see the truth so clear in your eyes, so dry your eyes, and I'm so grateful to you. I have lived my whole life through, empty as the sky, never knowing why, lost forever if I never
So those are songs that we had to pull out of stuff. But then when we go to the stage, a 75-minute movie becomes a 2-hour, 2.5-hour show. And is it fun for you to be able to go back to the material and add into it?
It is. It is. You know, the great thing is fleshing life words of the Beauty and the Beast. The Beast never had a song in the movie.
The Beast never got to really sing.
No, I mean, at all. Yet the Beast was really the protagonist of the movie.
That was really Howard's big idea too. When we'd been developing Beauty and the Beast for a very long time, and it wasn't going anywhere. And it was really Howard who figured out that if you made it about the Beast and his journey. But then Tim Rice wrote this lyric for this song, for the stage show.
And in my twisted face, I may need help with this lyric. No, how did I write? Does anyone know the lyric to this? What? That was it. Any hint of kindness, my tortured shame, no comfort, no escape. I see but deep within his utter blindness, hopeless. As my dream dies, as the time flies, love a lost illusion.
Keep going.
To this sad conclusion, no beauty can move me, no goodness improve me, no point anymore if I can't love her. No passion could reach me, no lesson could teach me how I could have loved her and made her love me too. If I can't love her, then who? Long ago don't be killing me.
It's a very cool thing because we never talk about this ahead of time. And
I should have brought a whole book.
I know, but then we would have been here all night.
That's okay.
You know, in Mermaid, one of the tricks of Mermaid, as you know from the stage version, is that Ariel loses her voice. And yet we had to find a way to keep her singing in the show. So you had to then write for her even though she didn't have a voice. So, and you wrote If Only for her.
And the song for
Eric.
for Prince Eric. I can hear it.
The Waters of
I should know these lyrics. I'm sorry.
I think they're looking at it. What did you have Ariel sing?
If only that. If
song. Thank you.
Only doing it in front of 3,000 people here, Tom. If only na 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 na. If only na 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 na. I don't remember the words, but that doesn't matter at all because na 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 na. Oh, na na na. If only you could know.
Oh.
Next time I come down, I will have lyrics and I will sing. Are there songs that you wish you wrote that other people have written? Did you ever think that way?
Not really. No, I mean there are songs I love.
Like what? Like, if you're gonna play music at home, what do you play? In your head or in your iPod?
Oh, Beatles or those, you know. I know, it's like I'm an old hippie. So
And is there a favorite musical that you have that isn't yours?
favorite musical that isn't
Like from your childhood or anything?
Listen, I loved, well, the most impressive musical I ever saw was a chorus line. When I first and you know, it's not about this, the score was fine and good, but it was because it was just this explosion of originality. This is from Michael Bennett. West Side Story because of the incredible music of Leonard Bernstein. Sweeney Todd is one of the I love Wicked. I think it's Stephen Spielberg.
I'll let you off the hook with that one.
Thank you.
The funny thing
Of
happened.
course, The Lion King.
Thank you. It's a long-running joke.
It's a joke.
Alan Menken complimented all the
It's a
time.
good show.
It's
It's a
funny
good show.
about The Lion King, which he didn't write.
I do love Elton John. I think Elton John's fantastic.
This funny thing happened, you know, back in our early movie life. I was off, in fact, working on The Lion King movie, and you were writing this film musical of Newsies. And this sort of crazy thing happened, which is the great idea for a musical movie. These newsboys, their plight, it sings, it dances, but the film didn't land.
No, not at all.
I mean, it became a cult thing, but it didn't land.
Well, I think the studio wasn't quite sure what it was. It just was the wrong time. One of the things I've learned creatively is you put your work out there, and what comes back is what comes back, and you just roll with it, and you just never know what's going to happen over time with something.
And then we started on the stage version,
Yeah.
which
And
took
who
us,
knew?
what, 8 years or something?
Yeah, but
Back and forth.
But all those years after the movie flopped, it was out there with kind of you guys and the generation before you too, sort of investing in it without us even knowing.
And then something kind of miraculous happened. Harvey Firestein joined us as book writer, and Jeff Calhoun came on to direct it, Christopher Patelli came in to choreograph it. And the show took on a life of pure theater, and there are plays many times to become Broadway, which we didn't think would happen.
We did. We thought it was going to go directly to stock and amateur, where I really felt it was going to do well, but it exceeded all our expectations.
So I thought maybe for the last thing you would play for us tonight would be a little selection from Newsies.
They say folks is dying to get here. Me, I'm dying to get away to a little town out west that's spanking new. And while I ain't never been there, I can see it clean as day. If you want it, I bet you can see it too. Close your eyes, come with me, where it's clean and green and pretty, and they went and made a city out Don't you know that we's a family? When I let you down, no way. Just hold on, kid, till that train makes Santa Fe.